This is the frontier of instinct, where the sun bleeds across a hostile wilderness. But this territory answers to a different king, a monarch forged in fire and tooth, commanding absolute dominance over the savannah. Two worlds collide, separated only by sheer hostile will. The air crackles with lethal intent.
The first move is desperation, calculated, a test of boundary. For one carries a weapon unlike any other, a lethal, silent poison that promises a slow, agonizing end. The speed of the reptilian strike catches the king off guard, a glancing blow, but the contamination is instant.
Instinct demands retreat from the venom, but dominance requires resolution. The counter-strike, a blunt, kinetic weapon designed to shatter bone and momentum. The dragon waits. It does not need speed now. It only needs the venom to begin its cruel system. The dragon's lethal response is instantaneous. A bite is all it needs. He pays the price for the advantage. But the dragon is wounded, visibly bleeding. The battlefield holds its breath. The struggle for dominance has entered a new, grim phase.
Whether by direct bite or contact with the venomous saliva, the dragon's chemical warfare begins.
This was the moment the ancient reptile had waited for. The predator moves in for the decisive kill. The scales of the dragon were a shroud. The weight of the ancient reptile combined with the burden of the...
The venom acts with shocking speed, a searing chemical burn that rips through the protective layer of fur.
The advantage gained by brute strength is instantly revoked by lethal chemistry. Disoriented, the lion... The fight is stripped down to sheer will, but the body betrays the spirit. Every ounce of strength is now... The final predator approaches. This is the moment the wilderness demands, the ultimate price of the fight for survival. Poison works quickly, turning vitality to weakness. The siege is over. The execution begins. The venomous cocktail, instantly delivered, began its destructive work. A ticking clock started for the king. The dragon needed only this window, the final, devastating weakness, the moment the king's spirit finally broke.
But dominance is never cheap. Even the victor carries the marks of the struggle, the price of the crown.
The final confirmation. A victory tasted on the wind, etched in deadly precision. The throne is claimed. The wilderness knows its new king. Survival of the fittest has delivered its verdict.
Dominance must be earned, and faced with the ultimate confrontation, neither creature knows how to retreat.
The dragon's poison had begun its subtle, deadly work. For the lion,
the bite alone was devastating, but the dragon's weapon is time. Every thrashing movement ensures that the
In the final, blinding light of the confrontation, the lion realizes it faced not a beast, but a living toxin.
The silence returns, heavier than the roar ever was. The wilderness claims its payment. The consequence of this ancient, fatal dance was starkly painted upon the earth, a temporary scar in the hostile wilderness.
the wilderness respects only one truth. The final shadow cast is the proof of survival. The victor retreats to digest the lesson and the feast. The venom had found its mark. The countdown to oblivion had begun. Sudden countermeasure. Devastating. is not a hunt. This is raw, desperate warfare.
The king enters the killing zone, guided not by sight, but by the foul, sulfurous breath of his hidden adversary.
In this merciless arena, dominance is never permanent. It is only postponed, awaiting. The final light of the golden hour sealed the victor's escape, painting the silent theater of nature. Stillness returned, cold and oppressive. The violent exchange left only wreckage, soaking into the hostile soil.
The price of victory is often paid in the silence that follows.
The victor disappears into the wild, leaving only the silence of the ultimate law, survival of the fittest. In this kingdom, dominance is not earned through speed or roar, but through venom and...
The silence that followed was heavy with the cost of survival. The victor takes stock.
The king's strength failed, reduced in a single devastating moment to weight and gravity. In this crucible of survival, only one definition mattered: the fittest. The dragon understood the biological countdown. It saw the falter, the hesitation, the opening. It opened.
The poison, crude and aggressive, was systemic now. The lion's strength, once absolute, became a cruel, heavy burden.
The clock was now ticking against the lion. Every second was a loss. Instinct takes over. A defense born of desperation. But pure, exhausted strength finds its moment.